Well, if I'm honest, I'm still in shock. I just can't believe that something like this is going to go ahead. Because when you take the top six out of the Premier League, it just takes all the passion out of it. Because when you look back at the Premier League, it's been brilliant for a long time, and it doesn't really need changing. You get fantastic moments, especially like when Leicester won the Premier League a few years ago. You say to me now that that's never going to happen again because Leicester won't be playing against any of the top six. It's just something that I don't like. I don't like the sound of it. I really don't want it to happen.
I mean, but the ESL, if it goes ahead, is going to be like midweek, as far as we understand it. Now, there's no guarantee that these people, the big six, will be taken out of the Premier League. But are you saying that would be a necessary move? That should happen as at least some form of punishment?
Well, I think something's got to be done because I think what will happen is that the teams that are in the ESL will prioritise that and then start putting out under-strength teams to play in the Premier League. Because they'll think that that's a more important competition. And that's the other thing about the ESL is that the only competition in that league is actually to win it. What happens if you lose your first few games and you've got no chance of winning that league? What are you going to be playing? You're going to be playing exhibition games for the rest of that season. It's just something that it doesn't sit right with me. And, like I say, I just hope it doesn't happen. Is
it all about the money?
It certainly looks like that. I can't see any other advantage of it. It is all about the money. It's owners. Obviously, these owners are very, very accomplished businessmen. They see an offer that they think is great, not just for them, but for their clubs as well. But is it right for the fans? For me, it's not. You're taking away. You listen to every interview. You go on the radio. All the fans don't want it. And a lot of the players, even speaking last night, James Milner said that he doesn't like the idea and he doesn't want it to happen. And that's the Liverpool captain telling you this. Even Jurgen Klopp said it. Arsene Wenger said it. These are big guys in football. You've got to listen to these sort of people.
But are they going to listen to them? I mean, that's if this is being driven by the owners and managers, well, they can leave if they don't like it. I guess the players could ultimately leave if they don't like it. I mean, their hands are pretty much tied in some respects, aren't they?
Yeah, they're very much tied. And even last night, there's reports of Leeds fans having to go at the Liverpool team bus, and you don't want that to happen because the players haven't got a really big say in this. They've got to go with what the owners say. I'm sure the managers have got a good say. They can have talks with the owners and tell them, what it's like at ground level. Because it's not going down very well at all. But like I said, these guys are very good business guys. I'm sure they're just dipping their toe in the water to see what sort of reaction they got. And I think it's 100 times worse than what they ever thought of.
I mean, there are people saying this would destroy the game in England, at least. I mean, would you go along with that? Is it as strong as that?
It's certainly not going to help it. And especially after a pandemic, a lot of the clubs in the lower division are really struggling. And I think that once the top six go away, obviously sponsorship deals will be lessened. So that filters all the way down the pyramid. If you take the top six away, the money goes with them. They are in a very strong position. There's no doubt about that. But you've got to look after. Why are we totally disrespected over 100 years of the Football League and 100 years of fans just absolutely loving it? The fans don't like this, and I'm sure that they've got a lot more to say in this as well.
So when Joel Glazer said on sort of late Sunday night, this will help the financial football pyramid, and when Florentino Perez said yesterday, this is about saving the game, you don't believe them?
I don't believe it's going to be saving the game. If it is, then we need more clarity. We need to know what sort of or how it's going to save the game. Because all that I can see and all that fans can see at the moment is just that the top clubs and their owners earning even more money, and it doesn't look like it's going to be put down into the pyramid.